everyone! A little while ago I was in Melbourne at the National Gallery of Victoria and I came across this fantastic book called Why is Art Full of Naked People? It has a very funny title, but inside it is filled with some really fantastic questions and answers of things that we all think of, or many of us think of, when we are at a gallery or when we're looking at art. So I thought I'd go through one of the pages with you so that we can have a look at the questions and answers inside of this book. So this page is, what's with all the fruit? Artists are always painting apples and oranges, but why? First off, fruit is reliable. Unlike a human model, it won't blink or twitch or want a cup of tea. Painting fruit also helps artists to learn about shapes, colours and tones in nature. These paintings are called still life paintings because, well, they are still. Can you think of another subject that might be considered a still life painting? Before the invention of photography, artists showed off their skills with realistic still life paintings, but afterwards things changed. The amazing thing about photography is, before it was invented, artists used their skills of painting and drawing to convey information to people. So people couldn't easily see, like we have on the internet by photos, they couldn't see what things looked like. So it was really up to artists to convey information through their work. After photography was invented, artists didn't need to do that anymore. There wasn't a necessary need to convey information through their paintings. So they were able to look at expressing feelings and emotions and more abstract concepts through their art, which is pretty amazing how when one thing changes in the world, it has an effect on everything else. So afterwards, things changed. Have a look at this picture. Cézanne was the one who painted this, Paul Cézanne. It's called Apples and Oranges. It was painted in 1899. And he said, when he painted it, "I will astonish Paris with an apple." What do you think he meant by that? So Paul Cézanne, he painted this picture after the camera was invented, after photography was invented. So he didn't feel that he needed to make it realistic. A photograph could do that for him. So he painted round fruit on a flat canvas, but in a new kind of way. To help show the true shapes and forms of the fruit, he painted each apple from lots of different angles and viewpoints all at once. It made the apples look like they were about to fall off the table. If you would like to go onto Google Images and type up apples and oranges by Paul Cézanne, you'll be able to see the same painting that he has done. And maybe you could have a go at drawing an apple or an orange. If you have one in your kitchen, you could take your apples and oranges, put them on the table in front of you. Maybe you could have a cloth underneath for something really fancy, or a lovely plate that they can sit on. And then you could try drawing a still life at home. So when you draw your apples and oranges, I want you to think about what kind of shapes you're going to use and which way you're going to draw your apples and oranges. So will you get down really close to the table and look up at your apples? Or will you look down from really high up and draw your apples from a high point? Will you go straight in so that apples and oranges are eye level with you? You could do all of those things like Paul Cézanne did in his paintings. Alright, well I want you to have a go at drawing some apples and oranges. Maybe you can pop some paint into them too if you have some paint at home. And I will see you next time.